I've hit my head twice off the pool side just diving in. I've got a scar on my head here and on the top of my head.
Yeah, we can see it. What, you were diving off a 10-metre board and hit the...
No, I was diving off a pool side just doing a normal forward dive and I kind of missed the water.
God, that does not sound a good thing to do.
Now, delighted to tell you we're joined by a very special guest, 13-year-old British diving hero Tom Daley. He stunned observers by winning gold in the 10-metre platform at the European Championships in Eindhoven on Monday. Tom, many congratulations. How does that feel?
Thank you. Oh, I went into that competition not expecting any medals at all, but I was more expecting a medal in the synchronised event because we're World Cup bronze medalists, but we ended up actually finishing 6th, which was a big disappointment for me, and I had to use that emotion and anger that I had then to do a good performance the next day.
I don't know much about diving, however, I do know that scoring a perfect 10 is as good as it gets, and you scored 2 perfect 10s, didn't you, in rounds 5 and... was it 4 and 5, 5 and 6?
Round 4 and 5, I scored perfect 10s on both those dives because I scored 4 10s on my 4th dive and another 4 10s on my 5th dive, I think it was.
And of course, your dad, Rob's with us today. You must be extremely proud. How long have you been diving for, and how did you get into it initially?
He's been diving for about 5, 6 years now. He used to swimming from the age of about 4. And during a public session, he saw the divers on the diving boards, decided to give it a go. It looked a bit more exciting for him.
Yeah, some big names, obviously, in the Europeans. How do you manage to keep you cool when you're up against the best in the continent?
Well, I just listen to my iPod and try and not listen to any of the dives that are going on. I don't want to know whether they're diving well or not, because if I start thinking about how they're diving, it starts getting me worried about what I need to do. So I just need to be in my own little bubble and focus on what I've got to do.
At the risk of making myself sound really old now, what do you listen to on your iPod?
Well, I just listen to any dance music, any happy music that makes you motivational music, like the Olympic song or the R. Kelly World's Greatest, something like that.
Now, following your success, you've been quick to play down your medal chances for Beijing this summer, but do you think you're expecting to do as well on the global stage? You're going to be 14 by then as well, aren't you?
Well, that makes a lot of difference. but yeah, well, I'm going to this Olympics to go and get the experience ready for 2012, but who knows what can happen? Maybe, but I'm going to go there and enjoy it, not expecting anything.
Definitely.
How do you manage it, Rob? Do you kind of try and keep Tom's life as normal as possible? What does it, is it a sort of a normal father-son relationship, or is it a bit different when you've got a son who's, well, I suppose, a child prodigy, for want of a better word?
Yeah, I mean, he's still my son. We get on well together. He's very focused, he's very level-headed. He knows exactly what he wants to do, where he wants to go with it, and I just give him the support he needs.
And so, who are your Olympic idols? Who do you look up to?
One, Alexander Depatie. He's 24 now, or something like that. He went to the Commonwealth Games when he was 13, and he won Commonwealth gold. And he made history there, and I want to follow in his footsteps because he's gone on to win Olympic silver, and he should sometime soon win the Olympic gold.
Tom, do you remember a guy? This may even be before you were born. A guy called Greg Louganis was an American diver.
Yeah.
I watched what you do, and it must hurt. I mean, I remember him diving in once, and he actually hit his head, didn't he, on the board? Does it hurt? I mean, even if you go normally into the water. Yeah.
When you hit the water at 35 miles per hour from the 10-metre board. So when you land flat, you get bruises, and it's quite painful.
You don't want a belly flop, do you?
No, and I've hit my head twice off the pool side just diving in. I've got a scar on my head here and on the top of my head.
Yeah, so we can see it. What, you were diving off the 10-metre board and hit the...
No, I was diving off a pool side just doing a normal forward dive, and I kind of missed the water.
God, that does not sound a good thing to do. How do you initially start practicing the diving? Do you just go straight up there and go for it? Or?
There's like a 5-metre board, a 7-metre board, and a 10-metre board, and also like a 3-metre platform where you can practice doing less somersaults and practicing the movements before you go up and take the extra somersault and go onto the top board.
Is it a real technique to landing in the water so it doesn't hurt? I mean, when I was, a bit younger and I had sort of more courage, I would go off the 5-metre board, but I would only ever do bombs. I wouldn't dare dive in.
No, you get very good marks for that.
Yeah, to stop yourself hitting your head, you kind of got to grab your hands in a way that you lock together so it stops it from damaging your head so that you can go through the water with no splash.
Is it scary?
It was very scary when I first did it, but once I did it once, I wanted to do it again and again.
And so what else do you do for keeping fit? Is it literally just swimming you do, or do you do other stuff to keep...
I do trampolining, weights, conditioning, dry board, harness work, everything.
Wow.
So what's a normal week for you then? I mean, presumably you must be training far more than your average 13-year-old.
Yeah, I train 3 hours a day and have Saturdays off, but when I'm not at school, I train 6 hours a day and have Saturdays off because I can't train as much as I would like to because I've got to go to school.
And Rob, are you there knocking at the bedroom door saying, get up, we're going training, or is it literally...
No, it's the other way around. He's up and keen and ready to go, and he's, Dad, come on, we've got to wake up, we've got to go in 10 minutes.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
is that?
And you still just normal school with the friends you've grown up with? What do they think of your success?
Well, they're very supportive of me and they always say well done and good luck before I go and after, and they always ask me questions and they've been very supportive so far and they try and treat me as a normal person when I get back to school.
And what's the big one for you? Are we talking about Beijing or is it really about London 2012?
Well, I'd like to do well in Beijing, we'll see what happens, but really, for me, if I could have anything, I would love to win the Olympic gold in London 2012.
I think you'll be Britain's second youngest Olympian in Beijing, won't you? If you won a medal, you presumably must be the youngest medalist we've ever had.
I think I would be the youngest medalist, I think so.
That would be an unbelievable achievement. Well, Tom, listen, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and very, very best of luck in Beijing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you.